Meantime, more than 265,000 of these candy-like fentanyl pills were seized by Customs and Border Protection just this week. One official warning the rainbow pills resemble candy in what is seen as an effort to market them to kids. Jaime Puerta Johnson was just 16 years old when he was killed by 2 fentanyl tablets 2 years ago. He had bought the pill, or one pill rather. He bought the pill online. He thought it was oxycodone. Daniel's father, Jaime Puerta, joins me now. He is the president of VOID, which stands for Victims of Illicit Drugs. Sir, thank you so much for coming on. I want to put these numbers on the screen and let you talk about them. These are fentanyl seizures at the southern border, and we're talking in 2022 more than 10,000 pounds, 2021 9,000 pounds, which is triple what it was in 2020. And you know better than anybody, sir, this means thousands and thousands of lives are in jeopardy because this is coming across the border. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, good afternoon, Chase. First and foremost, thank you so much for having me on your program again. In 2020, we had approximately 94,500 drug deaths in the United States. 70% of those were all attributed to fentanyl poisoning. In 2021, we had almost 108,000 drug deaths. 71,611 were attributed to fentanyl. And the most overlooked segment of our society that is dying due to this scourge of fentanyl that are coming over our borders are our children. 77% of all drug deaths related to children between the ages of 11 and 17 years of age died due to fentanyl poisoning or were fentanyl related. The numbers are insurmountable, and the numbers continue to grow. It is just, it is unbelievable that to me that this is actually happening.
And Jaime, you talk about, you know, how kids are really the targets, the victims by and large, and now they're really being targeted because we have these rainbow colored pills. I want to play this soundbite. This is from the director of drug trafficking, of drug enforcement in the Idaho and Oregon sector. Here's what he said.
Our biggest fear is that it will get in the hands of children who don't understand what it is that they have, and thinking that it's sidewalk chalk or a piece of candy, ingesting it, and eventually or potentially overdosing on what is a very, very potent drug that is killing hundreds of thousands of people a year in this country.
Yeah. He also noted those drugs are coming from south of the border. I mean, it's amazing that they are targeting kids.
And it's just so easily accessible through social media platforms like Snapchat. Our children are going onto their smartphones on a daily basis. They talk to their friends. They talk about these, you know, these like pills that they think that are pharmaceutical grade pills, but in all reality, they're cloned pills. They're fake pills containing fentanyl. And if they don't die, they become addicted to it immediately. I mean, we're talking about fentanyl that is 50 to 100 times stronger than heroin and morphine, and these children don't stand a chance. And now that they're marketing color candied looking, like heart shapes, like marshmallows, like what you would get in Lucky Charms, what is their intent? What is actually happening here? And why do we continue that this happening? Why did this continue happening? We have to stop it, Trace.
And I've got to go, but can you give me a 10-second solution that you believe needs to happen now?
We need, instead of having 87,000 IRS agents, why don't we hire 87,000 Border Patrol agents? Why don't we start there, and why don't we unleash the power of the DEA to do their jobs in a much better and effective way?
Jaime Puerta, it's great to see you, sir. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Meantime, what Alec...
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.